Hi, it's Terry. I have been maintaining 180-pound weight loss with low carb, low calorie, meat focused eating since August of 2022. Hey, it's Sunday evening and I'm having that pain. So we're just going to have a calm meal put together because, yeah. So anyway, so let's get our food together. Got our pork. Tell you, it's literally has nothing to do with what I'm eating. I ate the exact same thing today as the day before as the day before. So this is my little Richards. It's the same thing every day. I eat the same thing every day, but something tonight. All right. So let's put on some G-Hughes. Told y'all, this ain't the perfect carnivore, but this is my carnivore. So we got some G-Hughes barbecue sauce. And that's ready to go. I don't really know how tomorrow's going to work because, I've got that test in the morning. And then I have burger and cheese. So I have the test in the morning. I don't know how much time I'm going to have afterwards. I assume. Oh. Timer is done. Ziggy, cancel timer. I assume that I will come home before I go. Well, I know I'll come home before I go to work. I don't know how much time I'm going to have before I have to be at work. So I'm just going to get everything ready as if I am going to work right afterwards. Put a little of this campfire on here too. Farm dust, just farm dust. Alright. So yeah, I'm just getting everything ready. Then tomorrow, when the test is over, I can come home, I can grab this, and I can either eat it, I can either eat here and take it. I have no idea what's going to happen. I know I can't eat or drink anything, so I'm not even going to get my coffee stuff made up. So yeah, that's my meal prep for tomorrow. And all right, I'll see you later. Bye. So here's the really weird part. Hang on, let me step back. So the pain is right here, like right under my breastbone, right here where my stomach is. Starts here, just a squeeze, and then it spreads up, and all this is real tight, and this is tight, and it hurts, and then I burp. And it's like, oh, okay. And it gets tight again, and I burp. And it's like, okay. It's the weirdest stinking thing. But since it was active, I figured I'd tell y'all. It's just so stupid. Just stupid. Pain, burp, relief. Whatever. Testing is coming this week. So we'll see what it is or what it isn't. I know that ain't cardiac, but anyway, so all right. I'll see you all next thing. Bye. I'm with Mama. I had my procedure, and I'll tell you about it later, but we are at Huddle House. We're going to get us some grub. So I'm here with Mom, and I think I'm going to get the meat lover's omelet. It comes with onions and tomatoes. I'm going to eat those today, and instead of one of the sides, I'm going to see if they'll let me swap it for a vegetable medley, if I can get to that page. Yeah, vegetable medley. I know it ain't carnivore, but, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. So I lied. I'm getting grits. I haven't had them in a long time, and I'm going to have them anyway, because if I'm going to have the pain, I might as well go in and eat them. So I'm having grits and my omelet. I'll show you when it gets here. There's my omelet. Look at all that bacon and cheese. And there's my grits. And I'm going to add some half and half to it. So I'm not eating, it comes with a biscuit, but that is going to be my breakfast. Okay, so here's what I know. It's not official, but since I have the app that tells me about my labs and stuff, it said it was normal. Like my gallbladder is normal, the ejection fraction's normal, so there's nothing that happened with that. So my next thing is Wednesday, so 2 days from today, Wednesday the 6th, is going to be my stress test, or the walking stress test, the EKG thing. So I have that, and then Friday I have just a physical appointment with my doctor, and we'll talk about things. I know you saw my lunch. I know I saw my brunch. I know you saw it, and I know I saw it, and yeah, I had what I had, and that's what I had. So I had the grits, but it was either that or vegetables or fruit, and I didn't want the fruit because I gave those up for the time being. But we were in a place, it's called Huddle House, and it's one of those places where you talk about a hole in the wall, and it's fun because a lot of times Mom and I will go there like after a procedure or something, because when you're dressed crummy and you don't feel good, you don't have to like look your best. You can kind of just look crummy or however, and so we went there, and it's just a hole in the wall where you get to watch the cooking up the food. I like those places. But anyway, so that's what I had. You all saw it was the big old omelet and the grits, and it was good, and that's that. So all right, so I realized that I wasn't perfect carnivore, but if that's the worst thing I do, then we'll be all right. So all right, so back tonight for supper. I'll eat what I was planning on taking today. So, all right, bye. Get him. Get him, girl. Get him. I've been hearing all kinds of noises in here. He's taking a break. I've been hearing her bark and bark. Well, get him, girl. Get down there and get him. What? What, girl? What? Well, I'm not wrestling with you. I'm not wrestling with you, you sassy thing. You're just so sassy. Why don't you chase after Baxter a little bit? He could use a little exercise, ma'am. All right, let's get our supper. Hey there. So this will be my second meal today, but I had the appointment this morning. So when I came home, I did make up some coffee, and I took that to work with me. Supper tonight, I have 4 eggs. 1 is the white egg, and 3 are those little brown eggs. The one that he was talking, that he was like, ma'am, it's not poop on it. It's just speckled. Anyway, that one, I had that one. It's a little bitty, look. Oh, that's what I got out of it. It's just a little bitty little thing. But anyway, so I flipped my eggs, and they broke up bad. So I know y'all saw my lunch. I think I've told you about that. So I had my lunch, and I had the grits. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then, let's see. I can't track my macros today. So hopefully I'll remember to not put on there with macros. But I do have to blow my nose, so hang on. Okay, so in here, I've got the pork, but to season it, I have some of my Greek seasoning, my Spice Age, and my Flavor God garlic lovers. So I got that on it right now, and then I put some Alfredo. I don't have the same thing all the time, so we had some pork Alfredo. This is pork country ribs. So can't eat the same thing all the time. So I got the official call from my doctor. I just say doctor. I have a nurse practitioner, but it was her nurse that called me. But I got the official call that my HIDA scan was normal, so my gallbladder worked fine. It was so cool. I don't know if I told y'all already. If I did, just listen anyway. So I'm going to use this wall. So imagine this is just black. Just if there's a screen, it was black. So they injected this this dye in here. And all of a sudden, this black screen, you started seeing some speckles of white. And then it started like about here, and then went down, and then down, and the whole thing turned white. I was like, oh, that's the liver. And she said, yeah. And she's like, in a little bit, you're going to see down here, this is your gallbladder, and you're going to see it start going to there. So then it started kind of trickling down to there. And it started kind of speckling here. So it's like it was emptying from the liver to the gallbladder. Well, then she called it a cheeseburger, and she said they injected fat, so probably lipids, but anyway, into my body. So then my vein. So then that way, they were able to see how did my gallbladder process it. So at that stage, this was more trickled out, like black and white, kind of gray, and then down here the gallbladder was really white, and then it really got white whenever when the fat was in it. Well, next thing you know, you see it. We'll put it right here. You see it kind of going down here, and then a little while later, I see it going up here, a little way up here, and then down here. So it went zoop. And so I asked what this area was. She said that's your large intestine. So anyway, but it was just cool to watch it, you know. So she said she'd come in so I had to lay still for an hour. And she'd come in and she was like, now, you're going to have to lay real still for this next part. I said, yeah, I'm kind of wiggly. She said, oh yeah, I noticed. You're going to have to really hold still. She's like, I just let you could wiggle somewhat for that other test, but you really cannot wiggle for this other one. Hang on, I need more water. She said, you really, really you can't wiggle that much on this next one. I was like, okay. So that's hard when you're like a squirrely person as it is. When you're all kind of fidgety. It was hard for me to hold still. Very hard. But I did it. I laid there. And of course, you know, when you're told you can't move, that's whenever dadgum, you feel like oh, my eyes itching. Oh, my neck's itching. Oh, a sharp pain in my boob. What's going on? So, you know, you feel all these random things that you wouldn't have felt otherwise. But anyway, so the first part literally was an hour. The second part, when, you know, they're watching to see how the gallbladder emptied, it was about 30, 40 minutes. So, and that was that. Then I was sent off to work. And, but then, like I said, the nurse practitioner's office called and said everything was okay. I'm like, well, that's good. So Wednesday, the stress test with the heart doctor. Now I meet the heart doctor, and then Friday I have my annual physical with my doctor. I haven't seen her since I had the lab draw, so depending on what happens Wednesday with the cardiologist. If my stress test is fine, I'm not even going to bother talking to them about my cholesterol. They may talk to me about it, but I'm not necessarily going to bring it up to them. But anyway, so I'll just kind of see where that conversation goes. But Friday, like I said, I'll see my nurse practitioner and we'll talk about it all and talk if I can do a diet. And I had some fish oil or something, and I want to know what her thoughts are on it, you know, because I'm not her only keto person, and I'm not even her first carnivore person. When I was doing carnivore, she had another patient who had lost 100 pounds on carnivore, so I'm definitely not her only carnivore patient either, which is pretty cool. So there's that. But anyway, so that's what I know. Yeah. So tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow's gonna be a good day because no test. It's gonna be Wednesday. That test is gonna be awful. Awful. I already hate walking. I already hate exercising. I hate it. And it's okay. I know a lot of you people love it, and that's okay too, but I hate it. But that's going to be awful because, one, I hate to walk. I hate exercise, but two, the pain. I know the pain's going to be bad. Just because I know, like when I walk 2 or 3 minutes, it starts kicking in. So that's why I can't take the dogs for a walk. It is beautiful and I'd love to take the dogs for a walk. Even though I hate walking, I still would love to take them for a walk. You want to do it when you can't do it. But when you can do it, you don't want to do it. I don't. But anyway, so yeah. So that's going to be painful. Because it'll kick in after about 3 minutes. And then I'm going to be like having that squeezing feeling and all that stuff. But hopefully they'll be like, well, honey, you're saying that, but we don't see nothing on your EKG. Then it was negative. Like, okay. So from there, like I said, I see my doctor on Friday. But if the chest is negative, then I'll call up that surgeon. And I'm going to be like, I need an appointment. Because if it's not gallbladder, not cardiac, what's he suggest I do? Because I'd really like to know his opinion. So there you go. You're officially in the loop. And I'm going to shut up. We're going to end this video. I'm not going to have to prep nothing for tomorrow. I'm just going to take what I packed today to take to work. I'll take that tomorrow. But I'll show you in the next video. All right, bye.